It hasn't been an easy season for Florence. Result-wise, his worst start of his career. But I was just thinking about round 3 in Rio. That's when we really saw him let go, a 9.8. Still getting some of the biggest numbers on the year. And taking on Mendes, a guy who's 30th in the world, is going to take this moment really seriously because he wants to make the cut to move up ahead of 22 on the rankings so he can requalify. No priority at the start of these heats, and John trying to take the deepest position on Mendes. Jesse breaks free, and we might get a quick start to the heat. The goofy foot from Sao Paulo, rookie on tour, winding up for his first section. Speed line off the top. Clean vertical for Mendes, right into a carving turn. And he'll get out of there. I love that. We got a fresh start, not too much of a hassle. Mendes is getting a score on the board quickly. Paused. Florence before moving in with Ross Williams. He actually got a lot of insight from B. Durbridge as well for heat strategy. What'd you like about Jesse getting his first wave?
Well, just a settler. You know, nothing too crazy. Bit of a lip line float with a nice backhand hook. And it's that backhand hook that I think that Jesse's got a real chance of maybe rattling John with. You know, just get it nice and tight, get it nice and vertical. Harder to do on your front side in these little tight sort of transitions. Right there, bang, through the lip, nice and vertical. And I think that could be the point of difference for the goofy footers today. You know, with the conditions the way they are, I'm not seeing too many barrels unless that tide comes in and it fills in a bit and we see the swell pick up just a little bit. I think it's going to be high performance, going to be maneuver based, so Jesse's got to show that point of difference.
You know, as we see a wave hopefully approaching Jesse Mendes, Joe, take it away.
Thank you, Rosie. Mendes, first turn, nice and clean down the line, just one maneuver, backing up the 3.5. Mendes happy that he just got things started with the 3.5, just getting some kind of number on the board. Florence still at 20 minutes, waiting for his first strike.
Small little back up. It looks like John now is going to make an effort here.
Florence starting off his first wave here of the first heat of the morning, playing catch up to the open face. He'll throw the fins into the beach and ends up going down. So after waiting over 10 minutes, starts off incomplete. Now 18:22 to go. Mendes looks excited about a little bigger wave here. Doesn't go, but Florence does behind him. Pulls in behind it just in case. He had an option there to make it out. Not much of a ride there. Mendes still holds priority at 3.5 at a 1.87, down to 18 minutes on the clock.
Right up into the lip and nice and vertical. Watch how John comes out and sort of doesn't really quite connect there. Kind of caught in between two maneuvers.
Welcome back to the first heat of the morning. A beautiful sunrise and watching live action unfold with Jesse Mendes trying to control his lead on Florence. Nice vertical power turn in the pocket, belting it under the lip again. Wave spits, and he's just going to work on maneuvers. Another little inside tag for Mendes, so he'll get credit for the 3 blast off the lip, improving on his lead out front.
Mendes starting to find the groove, Joe. This backhand attack is looking deadly. Look at that, nice up through the lip and the double pump bottom turn to find that open face yet again. So rattling off some big turns. And it's that backhand that I feared was going to be quite dangerous out here today.
Eyeing off what Jesse was up to on that wave. Hopefully John gets an opportunity here, guys.
Right now, Rosie, watching Florence with some speed. It pulls into the tube. Looks like he's got a great read to make it out. Right into a rapid cutback. Florence kicks out and has to feel solid that he finally got his first completion, and why not make it a tube ride?
Well, the judges, Joe, let's remember what the judges said about the barrel this morning. Can you touch on that again as we watch John? Nice little tube ride as he comes out and then into a little wrapping turn. And they want to see those real critical deep barrels, don't they? They want to see the surfer disappear. I mean, this was a beautiful little wave. Nice and clean. And he comes out perfectly. And Pratama sends out a message every morning, and he touches on certain aspects of the sport. When you're as good as John, you know, one little thing can really change your momentum. Jesse, nice all through the lip turn, gets caught behind the section. Might as well get out of that. Finishing off all the way through the inside, sticking with it though, trying to better that 3.5.
Really focusing on barrel rides. They need to be deep, they need to be technical, and that's exactly how John approaches them. Live now, there's the nose pick reverse. Florence heating up right into a front side wrap for a 2-turn combo. It was hi-fi, exciting to watch, and just in about a minute, he's turning this thing around.
John, on the other hand, bang, straight in that first turn. Tail high reverse there. with a grab and then into another turn. So John's starting to heat up, starting to find that groove. And there it is, just the perfect spin, comes out and straight into the next maneuver. That's what the judges want to see, that flow, that transition between the combination of major maneuvers, and that's part of it. So John's starting to heat up, starting to find a couple of good waves, and one little thing, that's all it takes when you're as good as John Florence.
A lot of things stood out when John qualified for the tour. One thing that really popped out was his style, how unique it was as he takes another look. Overhead section, Florence going for a massive punt into the flats. He's starting to freestyle, catch a lot of waves. Little pep talk from Brandon Gilmet and Mitchell Ross from the Hurley crew. Also from Hurley, Florence setting up this one. Clean snap and just out of there, creating some space against Mendes since he didn't have priority.
Counting down, here he goes. Looks like he's interested, Joe.
Minute 15 to go. Mendes needs a 5.2. Little racetrack section. He's got the speed. First turn. He goes for a massive backside reverse. Fighting for the finish. Under pressure.
And do a couple of big backside hooks under the lip and maybe try and force the judges to give him that score. Let's have a look here as he races down the line. Goes for it nice and high. Lands on the roof and holds on by his toenails.
Florence is going to need something big here. Big wind-up, going for a full rotation alley-oop and misses the grab. Down to 45 seconds.
Here we go.
14 seconds. Florence on a small wave. He's just looking for a ramp to answer. Here comes the wind-up and can't control the flip rotation. He's going to run out of time. Scores coming in for Mendes, a 7.17. Creates a massive upset. John Florence out of the Corona Bali Protected, presented by Hurley as round 3 continues. Up next, Perez takes on Zeke Lau right after this.